Hey, this is Jason, and welcome to another edition of KUIU Live. It's great to have you all here. We've had another amazing response. It's our largest response before the event we've ever had, so I just want to say thanks to everybody. I know people have logged on throughout the world, and we've got some exciting products to cover today, a whole range of things. And I want to do, instead of an individual product launch, talk about the different products that we're going to be releasing, and then some updates we've done on a couple products that I want to bring to your attention. And the first is the Mountain Star tent. And in the development of our 4-season Storm Star tent, we really began to realize the benefits to creating a unidirectional tent, meaning you're going to sleep in one direction, and then designing around that. And so we've implemented the changes from the Storm Star into the Mountain Star. And you're going to find the trapezoidal floor design that you find in the Storm Star and the new updated Mountain Star. And also we created the vestibules to be unidirectional, meaning you're going to put them into the wind. And then the openings are designed around that so that the wind doesn't have the ability to dive into the vestibules and into the tent when you open them up. And so you're going to face the tent into the wind uphill, sleep uphill, and then you're going to have more room in your shoulders and a little less room at your feet where you don't need it, and really creates just a more functional tent design. And so you're going to see that in the new Mountain Stars that we are shipping now, and it's an added benefit at no additional cost. So I want to bring that to your attention. And then for those of you that have signed up and are participating on the KUIU beta test team, have seen this product, but we've, as with other products that we've introduced, really took customer feedback and then our own experiences in products to really improve them using better designs and better materials. And we've done that with game bags. I'm going to show you those today. And really looking at what's available out there in game bags and what I've used in the past and what guys here have used in the past as customers is that for backpack hunting, there really wasn't a good game bag system that was developed. We're traditionally using older style game bags that were either thin and not very durable, or thicker and heavy material bags, and they're all basically the same shape, a rectangular design with single stitch seams. And when you put in boned out meat in these things, they just ball up, as you guys have all experienced, and hard to manage, hard to carry around, hard to move, and end up in the bottom of your pack. And I wanted to create something that functioned better than that, and I wanted to use better materials and better design. So as shown you earlier, we've created a system approach to game bags. So for boned out meat and for quarters, you can build a comprehensive system within our game bag designs. And one of the unique products in our system is this. Essentially, it's a small duffel bag with a top YKK zip, and this is designed for your boned out meat. And if you're going to be doing a backpack hunt like I do on my sheep hunts, we're going to bone out the animal completely. So I'll carry multiple bags of these zipper game bags, 3 or 4 bags that can carry all the boned out meat. And the thought around this design was to have a bag design that would be easy to put the meat in as you bone it off the animal. And if you're in an environment with lots of flies or dirt, you could shut it and keep it closed to keep the flies out as you're going through processing the meat. And then once it's full, an easier way to carry it. And there are some bone out sleeve type of game bag systems or products that are out there, and grabbing those when they're full of meat is always hard. It's hard to get in the bag, and it's hard to hang it when you're back at camp. And so some thought in the design, we added handles to this bag, some lightweight nylon handles that are really durable, and then also some webbing loops that are reflective here at the ends of this bag. So you can attach our pack accessory straps to them if you want to create a handle, or you're going to hang it up in a tree. And these come in 3 different sizes depending on what your needs are. And they're really, really convenient to carry, to handle, to move meat within your pack and in and around camp when you get there. So you're going to find a small, a medium, and a large size zipper duffel, depending on what animal you're hunting and what your needs are. And then to go along with these zippered game bags, we have developed quarter bags as well. So if you need quarter bags, you have to leave you're going to leave the bone in. We developed 4 different sizes, small, medium to large, depending on whether you're doing deer, large size deer, elk, or moose. And if you are going to be bringing in quarter bags, and that's how you're gonna be handling the meat. A great way to do it is you take your quarter bags, and then you would put it into your zippered meat bag, because we're all gonna have the neck meat, the back straps to go in together. What makes these quarter bags and really our game bag system unique is the fabric that went into it. It's a Teflon nylon fabric that's incredibly durable for its weight. It's breathable, so allow air to pass through, but it's not so breathable that flies or butterflies can put larvae onto or eggs onto your meat. And we found these bags clean incredibly well compared to what's out there after use. And that handling them and moving them, I tested mine on a couple moose quarters last year, and you can really get your hand on it, and they don't tear, they're incredibly durable, and they're gonna last a very, very long time. And we did a design on this bag with the thought of where you're gonna have stress points within this bag, and that's the bottom seam. And we did a continuous a seam or panel construction on this, where there's no seam on the bottom, with 2 side panels on the side. And we used a high visibility orange on the side panels, so that if it's hung in the tree, they're easy to spot. Or if they're in your pack, in your load sleigh, you can have that high visibility orange on the side panels. And we added in webbing loops with reflective on it, so you can spot these things at night if you have them hung up. And then they've got a nylon 6/6 cord and Duraflex tension lock. So just better hardware, better design. And then the seams are all double felled, double stitch seams, like what we use in our tent design. So incredibly durable, more thought to these bags and the design and the construction and the quality and the fabric. So big improvement to what's out there. And then you get these bags at a really amazing price because of our business model. So everyone needs game bags. You will not find a better game bag than what we've created, I guarantee it. So something I've always brought on all my hunts, because we sit and do a lot of glassing, is a glassing pad. And I've liked to put my foam pad between our pack frame and our bags, but over time that foam has a tendency to squeak. So what we've done is taken a open cell foam, covered it with our Cordura pack fabric, the 330 denier fabric, and put in webbing loops so you can clip it into your pack. And this slides for me, where I put it is between our frame and our bag. And it's a really useful pad. I use it around camp, setting up tents, butchering game, and then obviously sitting and glassing and at night while you're sitting having dinner at camp. And I take mine everywhere. And so I wanted to introduce this as a product because it's what I'm using and I just absolutely love it. So these are gonna be available this summer as well. Product we've had a lot of requests from customers is, who've used our Yukon Gaiters, is for us to develop a lightweight, what we call a Scree Gaiter. So it's a non-membrane gaiter, meaning it's not waterproof or breathable. It does have durable water repellency on it. We used a stretch Cordura fabric for this product, and then we used a 330 denier high tenacity Cordura fabric on the inner cuff that's glued and then stitched. And this has got a Velcro front opening, as you can see here, like we do with our Yukon Gaiters. And it has a siliconized sleeve here at the top, so you can be able to cinch this thing down and keep it in place. And where I'm using the Scree Gaiter is hunts that I'm not in deep snow or high moisture, but I want to keep, whether it's rocks, debris, stickers, stuff out of my boots. Or if I'm hunting in our Tiburon shorts in hot weather, I throw these things on and keeps everything out of my socks and my boots as well. And it's got the same type of material that we use for our Yukon Gaiters for the strap that goes underneath. So it's really durable, and we have really tested this thing out all last year and absolutely love it. If you haven't used a Scree Gaiter, you're gonna definitely like having one, and you'll probably never not use it if you're not using the Yukon Gaiters for your earlier season hunts. And these will be available out as well, and they're gonna come in camouflage, and then also in a neutral gray color as well, if you don't want to run camo on that. So we've added a new glove to our lineup, and then we've made some improvements to our Peloton 200 glove. So we added a Peloton 130 glove to our lineup, and that's a lightweight glove. It's our base layer material. Those of you that have our Peloton base layers, it's amazingly durable material. It has no elastic, And we did this to really create a hand cover for hotter weather hunts. We were trying to have concealment. Shooting your bow, you can't have a lot of thickness here in the hand. And so that's what this glove is designed for. It also is a great glove to wear as a liner glove as well with colder weather hunts. You can slide this easily into other gloves, and if you've got to take your hands out to operate and shoot, you've got some sort of protection. So another great glove addition to our lineup. And something that we added to the Peloton 200 glove, because this glove is so useful, is we wanted the ability to operate your smartphones, and added a conductive patch to the index finger and the thumbs of this glove, which just add more use to it without having to pull your gloves off to operate it. So if you want to text or Instagram or send hero shots or photos that you took off your digiscopes, you can do that without taking your gloves off. And then really the biggest introduction we have today and the biggest innovation that we have in this release is a concept that was introduced to me a year and a half ago, and through a carbon fiber engineering company, and it's called spread toe carbon fiber, and it's really the next level of innovation in carbon fiber. It was created for the aerospace industry, and now is finally available for commercial use. And as soon as I found out about this concept coming to market, we got our hands on some and started to test it and develop it into our Icon frames. And what we found is really a drastic improvement without adding any more expense or weight, based on the makeup of spread toe carbon fiber. And visually, you'll be able to look at this frame and see a difference. You know, traditional carbon fiber, you'll see the woven material, which is what you're familiar with when you look at carbon fiber. You look at this frame, you'll see it looks different. You'll see more of a box look on the carbon fiber, and that's because of how they make it. And they call it spread toe for a reason. So traditional carbon fiber is round, and what they will do is then weave it together, which is that look that you're familiar with. And functionally, it's fine, it's worked well, and when you make a part with carbon fiber, you impregnate resin into it, and the resin is what it hardens up the fabric, which is carbon fiber, and creates the component. And the woven material has voids. It might be really small, but there are voids there because of the weave, and it collects the resin. The resin has no intrinsic performance value. And what they did with spread toe was, instead of round fibers, they flattened them out. So if you look at these in a microscope, you'll see that the toe has been spread or flattened. And instead of weaving it, they have stitched it. And that's this cross-section you can see here on the horizontal axis within the carbon fiber in this frame. And then it's what we call a unidirectional fiber, meaning it's going to run one direction. So it's changed the way we've designed and developed this frame, because we now have the ability to position the carbon fiber to where we need strength and stiffness, and position it in a different format for where we don't. And so what we have in this frame is more fibers running on the vertical axis, which makes this frame stiffer and stronger under heavy loads. And then what you can't see under this frame is we've positioned at a cross angle at 45s more layers of spread toe to add stiffness on a horizontal axis, but just enough to give the support this frame needs, but not so much that it makes it uncomfortable to carry weight or loads in your pack. And what we've found out from this development and proven in testing is that we now have a frame that is 5 times stronger and stiffer on the horizontal axis, and increase the performance with no weight penalty. So we now have a better heavy load carrying frame that's more durable and functions better for use under heavy loads, and is still comfortable to carry without heavy loads. So it's really given us a nice step forward in performance. And there's no additional cost on the frame for doing so, and no big weight penalty as well. It's the same weight. So just a great step forward in the advancement of carbon fiber we're able to implement here at KUIU. It's one of the great things I love about this business model. It lets us continue to innovate. As things come to market, we're able to test it, develop it, and get it to market quicker than anybody else in our market, or quite frankly, any other market. So We introduced the Ultra system a couple years ago, and with a focus on really focusing on weight reduction and delivering the lightest heavy load carrying frame pack in the world, which we achieved. And after 2 years of feedback and comments from customers, we've taken those, gone through them, and made some nice updates to this pack with that in mind. First and foremost is the hip belt. So the original Ultra hip belt had structure in the back component of the belt, but not through the front portion of the belt. And what we found is that it didn't carry heavy loads as well as Icon Pro. So we implemented that same concept into this belt. So it's gonna distribute the weight better on your hips under heavy loads, and you'll notice a significant difference with that improvement. We've also added in the silicone print that you'll find on the Icon Pro suspension into the Ultra suspension in a little bit different dot format. These are incredibly durable. We've had great success with the longevity of this silicone by Cortec. It's a different type of process that puts this on there than the normal siliconization that's not nearly as durable. You'll also find some nice changes in just some small features within the bag. You're going to find new Velcro closed webbing keepers, and you're going to find them in almost every location. They're easily removable if you don't want them. You just slide them out, or you can keep them on, depending on how you like to organize your webbing. We've also added quick clips versus the previously used clips that you'll find here on the lid, on the side compression strap, so it's easier to take your bags on and off of this pack. And that's, you'll find at the compression points here and here. And then we've also, to help alleviate the point stress on this seam with your compression straps, we've added in a Hypalon patch with loops that connect these tension locks to help distribute the stress on this seam that we've seen under really strenuous conditions. We just wanted to make that more reinforced, which we did on the new Ultras. And then probably the biggest change to the Ultras this year is the fabric. And we went to a 330 denier high tenacity Cordura. And we did that just to give the pack a little bit more durability and abrasion resistance for guys that are taking this pack and really putting it through the paces and getting a lot of days in it. We want to just create a more durable bag for the Ultras. So that's the updates on the Ultra. These are going to be available now, and some really nice improvements to this bag line and continue the evolution of it, especially with the new spread toe carbon fiber. So we made, as we're always doing, we're upgrading and listening to customer feedback, and we did the same for the Icon Pro bags this year. We implemented the new spread toe carbon fiber frame. We added in the Velcro webbing keepers throughout. And then something else that we had suggestions on by customers was to make this bag easier to use if you weren't going to use the lid, make it convertible, essentially. And so we added in some new webbing clips up front that allows you to move the lid and then connect the shroud back and over the top. I'll show you how it works. So that if you pack in or you just want to hunt without the lid, it now makes a better pack for that type of hunting without the lid in the design. So you can see this pulls over. These loops will clip onto what traditionally was your clips for your lid, and these connect over off of the shroud, and you're able to pull this back and over if you're not using a lid, and clip it and connect it, and now you've got a nice pack without a lid that you can hunt in. And that's one of the changes that we made this year to the Icon Pro series, along with the frame and then the webbing keepers. So I want to bring that to your attention as well, and those additional improvements. So that's going to take us through the spring updates to this point. And I know Pat's got some questions. Love about this is we can get instant feedback and answer the questions. And so I'm going to answer the most common questions that have come in. And we'll get through it, and then we're going to give away some product. So Elliot from Northwest Territories, Canada. Love that place, by the way. How does the breathability compare between the Scree and the Yukon? And the Scree Gaiters are designed without a membrane. They're not your wet weather choice for gaiters, and so the breathability in the Scree Gaiter is incredibly high, where the Yukon's got the membrane in there, so it's not going to breathe quite as well. Really different uses. Joe 40. Oh, Jordy Firglos from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Hi, Jason. Is the new frame compatible with the older bag? Can any bag from either Icon Proline or Ultralight fit on the same frame and suspension? Absolutely it is. The frame dimensions and design is exactly the same. It now has the spread toe carbon fiber. So Mike Kimball from Dawson Creek. When will the Canadian location be open? So something we didn't cover today. We have done a bunch of research on Canada, and we'll be releasing an update on how we're going to be moving product into Canada here in the next few days. And we've got a great solution for our Canadian customers. We've spent a year and a half doing the research to best service our Canadian customers for KUIU today. And we'll be sharing that with you soon on an upcoming blog post. So stay tuned on that. Let's see, Joe Yu from Minnesota. Love the gear. Any plans for cold weather gear while hunting out of a tree stand? And something windproof with down insulation, possibly. And I mean, I don't have any near future plans to develop whitetail design gear. It's not in our DNA as a brand. It's something that I haven't personally spent a lot of time doing. And so, the focus of KUIU is really making ultralight mountain equipment and making equipment that really performs in those conditions. I know some people use our gear for whitetail hunting, and I think it's a great choice, although I don't know that it's the perfect choice for some situations in close encounters out of a tree. So I don't really have any future plans. Our windproof down product is down with windproof insulation properties, so maybe something you want to look at, although it's not that quiet. Let's see. Bill Pasquera from Forest Ranch, California. Can you explain the difference in how the new pack material will better benefit the user? So we talked about the frame and the differences of the material in the frame. On the bags on the Ultra, it's going to be a more durable with the 330 denier high tenacity Cordura, higher abrasion resistance, and it just lasts longer and be really a better choice for this bag going forward for KUIU and for our customers. It's a good question. Let's see, Curtis Molinik, I don't have where he's from. What advantages do the new KUIU Game Bags have over the average game bag today? Something we covered, but I'll run quickly back through it. So it's material, it's design, it's seam construction, and then the zippered meat bags are a much better designed option for managing boned out meat. And you can use this as a true game bag system. So I hope that answers that question. Last but not least, Alan Hatcher, can you use the extra large quarter bags to fit a whole skinned out deer? Now, let me grab one. So it didn't really get into showing you the different sizes of the boned out, or for the quarter bags. But the moose quarter bags, obviously very large, and you can slip this over a skinned deer carcass that's hanging and cinch it up, and it'll work really, really well, at least for the deer we're hunting out west. Some big whitetails, you guys will have to decide if that's big enough, but it should fit a skinned deer. And that's it for the questions. Pat, do you want to give away some gear?
Absolutely.
Great. All right, so we're going to give away, we're giving away lots of stuff today. Very generous. We're giving away an Icon Pro 3200 full kit. I love this pack. It's going to Kip Peck of Fort Cobb, Oklahoma. Congratulations, Kip. Customer service will be contacting all of you that win, so hang tight on this. And then we're giving away an Ultra 3000 full kit. And that's going to Brian Clement from Houston, Texas. So congratulations, Brian. Peloton glove and glassing pad. That's going to Sean Hooten from Juneau, Alaska. Love that glassing pad when you're looking for sheep this year. Scree Gaiter and glassing pad. That's going to Paul Baird from Peoria, Arizona. Scree Gaiter's going to be perfect for you down there. And then the Game Bag Bundle. Very creative, Pat. 4 medium quarter bags and a small boned out game bag. And that's going to Tim Valdez from La Jara, Colorado. Congratulations, Tim. And I just want to say thanks to everybody that's logged on and taking the time to learn more about KUIU products, the new releases, and look forward to get this new product out to you guys. You guys are going to love it. And I wish you all luck this upcoming season. Hope you drew great tags. and let us know if you need product or have any questions on anything you might need for your upcoming hunts. We'll take care of you here at KUIU. All right, look for the next KUIU Live.